What's up YouTube, Secret Koopa here, and today I'm going to talk about cheap ratchets versus expensive ratchets. And along the lines of cheap tools versus expensive tools. So to start with, I've been looking for a cheap ratchet for quite a while. Looking up on eBay, Amazon, El Cheapo websites, just trying to find that $1 to $2 ratchet. I really couldn't find one. I couldn't find one less than $7. And just individually. But I went to Walmart and I found a really cheap ratchet for sale. So it's the Hyper Tough 24 piece 1/4 inch drive socket set. Came with this round head ratchet right here, and it fits the bill, right? It's good enough, and it's readily available at the Walmart. So I went ahead and picked it up. And if we were to take that $7 or $8 and then subtract the cost of the sockets, we would get anywhere from $2 to $5. About that, we'll stay at the $5 range. So it'll work for what I'm going to use it for right now. This ratchet, on the other hand, like the Snap-on, retails for like $90 at the Snap-on website. Right now, it's $89.95. This one's like $22, $25, give or take a few dollars from the Lowe's. The Duralast, of course, then you have Husky in the back. These three ratchets are going to range about the same. Here's El Cheapo. There's the expensive ratchet there. So where's the big difference? Where do they start separating themselves from the rest of the guys? Where does this Snap-on ratchet so much better than the other ones? Well, first let's break down the price real quick. The Snap-on ratchet, you're not just paying for this one ratchet, right? You're paying for a whole slew of other things, starting with their the original engineering of it. So you have to pay for engineers, like all the time they put into it, and any patents they have. You have to pay for all that. Then it goes into the molds and machines that they use to make it, as well as training people to, because these tools are hand finished, to training people to finish those tools and actually their time to do that. Then you have to pay for just the fact that it's made in the USA, so pay a little extra for that because of our different regulations and whatever. You pay for all the other stuff versus tools that have been made in Taiwan or China. Well, Taiwan, I think China, and then who knows where. So you pay for that. Then you pay for the marketing aspect, which Snap-on happens to have the social media like the Facebook, and they also throw out a lot of advertisements, much more than the other guys. So you're also paying for that. Finally, you're paying for the way that they get sold. They have a truck, so they spend the gas and of course the vehicle and other things like the driver to get these tools out to us. These not so much. This one not at all. These maybe not at all. So with all that being said, that's how your dollar is being separated. That's how the dollars are being split up. With this one, we can go ahead and say, why is it better? Well, if we compare the price, we can say right off the bat that if this, realistically, this one's like $50 on eBay. You could go on eBay and pick one up. So this one, $55, is like 10 times better than this one. Or if this is a $25 ratchet, this is 5 times better. A little closer. So, with that being said, how is it 5 times better? Like, it's easy, it's closer to compare this one. How is this ratchet 5 times better than the cheap one? Does it look 5 times better? Will it last 5 times longer? Are you 5 times happier with it? Do you feel 5 times better using it? Well, in this case, yeah, because I've used ratchets like this and broken them numerous times. It's like once you start putting torque on them, they get to a point where the teeth slip or they break, and then your fingers slide across a battleground of sharp objects ready to attack your fingers and knuckles and cut them up. Just straight up murder your knuckles. Not good. I don't feel good when that happens. So yeah, I do feel a lot times better than using this one than the cheap one. When you're comparing other store brands, it's kind of hard to. It comes down to the nitty-gritty stuff, which is what I've been doing in other videos. And when it comes to like top tier ratchets like a Cornwell and Mac, Snap-on, and tool brands like that, you also get kind of nitty gritty when it comes to comparing those. But when it comes to cheap versus expensive, this is about as far away as you can get. This is about as far away as you can get. Snap-on being a patented sealed head ratchet from a name brand retailer versus some unmarked, unbranded, completely unknown ratchet from who knows where. That's really what it is. So you guys let me know what you think. Have you went from this to this, or maybe taken a few steps like I have? I've gone from this to this. I've used these. Haven't really used that one too much, but I've eventually come to a point where I need a tool that'll just last. I'm tired of replacing these tools. So let me know what you guys think. Have you guys used them? What do you like about it? What's the pros and cons that you feel justify it being 10 times better or 5 times better or whatever you use? Let me know what you guys use in your toolboxes, and just post it in the comments box below. Anyways, like this video if you do. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, share this video, or you could not share the video and don't tell anybody about it. Just keep it all to yourself. And then I'll post another video that you guys can also keep all to yourself. Anyways, talk to you later.